We'll address all. I promise you, we'll address all of
She used to be an actress.
Oh, really? She do anything out of scene?
And I think her biggest deal was she starred in a pilot.
Pilot? What's a pilot?
Well, you know the shows on TV?
I don't watch TV.
Yeah, but you are aware that there's an invention called television, and on this invention they show shows, right?
Yeah.
Well, the way they pick TV shows is they make one show. That show's called a pilot. Then they show that one show to the people who pick shows, and on the strength of that one show, they decide if they want to make more shows. Some get chosen and become television programs. Some don't, become nothing. She starred in one of the ones that became nothing.
And you know that it's Couch Pilots. All of you are my friends. It's the show that dares to fly into the unknown territory of awful television pilots of the past. My name is Jason, but you can call me Electro Man, and with me as always is my Moldorama boy. It's Captain Phil.
Adam Z brought me 2 more as a gift.
I love 2 mores.
Yeah, he brought me the 2 dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And I kept the box because it said sorry about your butt. And then he opens it up and it says, I'm glad your butt's okay.
Okay, we've been dancing around it for a while, and honestly, I think it started on the best episode we've ever had with David Lytle announcing you may have anal cancer.
Right.
Where are we with that? I mean, is it all behind us? No pun. Pun kind of intended, I suppose. You don't have anal cancer. There's been follow-up visits. Where are we?
We still have issues, but it's just like, he just got to eat better and...
Yeah. You got issues with your butt tissues?
Yeah. Oh, in Alton, the bowling alley had the roughest toilet paper ever. Now listen to this. You know me, right? Okay, so just imagine this.
Sure, yeah, I'll imagine. I'll close my eyes.
Okay, imagine this. I'll set the scene for you. Okay? It's about 11:30. I'm staying calm, not freaking out, right?
11:30
Yep.
a.m. Okay.
We get to the bowling alley. I see all those people, and I all of a sudden realize this is exactly where in my life I choke, right?
Yeah.
So then my stomach starts moving around, right? Yeah. Right? Yeah. Then I go in the bathroom.
I can see it now.
And I got like maybe 15 minutes before we're supposed to start bowling, right?
I'm thinking about your BM.
Yeah. And I got all this sandpaper, toilet paper, and my stomach just keeps churning, and diarrhea just keeps coming out. The blood starts flowing. It's time to bowl. And that's where we were.
As in blood farts?
Whoa, who the fuck is... Jesus Christ.
I've had blood farts.
Why? You can't just open the door and scare us like that. We're doing a lot of... We're doing our pre-flight stuff, and... God,
all right.
Jesus Christ.
Popped it. Let's go ahead and introduce
I didn't even wait.
Let's introduce
I had a cat that we called blood farts.
Yeah, I bet you did, you wise and fucking... Okay, you may recognize this guest today from a very popular program, goes by the name of Drunken Lullabies, the original co-host, along with Dustin Wyckoff, the voice. His name is Beermansky. Blake Shemansky, welcome to the show.
Thank you. You're honored to have me.
You're not wrong. 180 episodes, and this is the first time you've been here.
I love this show. I'm glad to finally be on it. No, I swear to God.
You don't have to lie to us.
I did. No.
We lie to you.
I believe I was some of the first. I used to email in to get frequent flyer points.
Oh, you did. You did a long time ago. Okay. I know that he likes the show. He doesn't really. See? You want the music off so bad, don't you?
Well, I got 2 problems.
What are they?
Why even talk about them?
Can you turn this up?
No. Hold on. Here we go. Hold on.
We're now being sued.
Okay, I'm sorry. What
okay, now we need to get Shemansky to look forward, even though he's talking to both of us, or to you.
It is funny. It's like he's never podcasted before,
right.
Even though he did it for a successful program for a year. Oh, boy.
So Blake's here. Well, he's going to take a flight with us.
As much as we want Blake here, it is a problem, though, because...
Not for me.
Well, it is, because you are Blake, and then Blake is Blake. So
okay.
What do I do?
Just call me Rest Assured.
You're Rest Assured, and what do I call him?
Call me Hot Blake.
Hot Blake?
Yeah.
Is that like Hot Snake?
Yeah.
I love that.
Hot
I love that
Snakes.
band. Hot Snake.
It's a good band.
Yeah.
I think that's what you made at the bowling alley with some hot snakes.
Ooh, there was some hot snakes. All right.
Do you miss podcasting, Hot Blake?
Yes.
What happened? You had babies, and then you're like, I'd rather golf. Isn't that what happened?
Well, yeah, I was just
And-
busy, and I had kids.
And Dustin did a lot of like on the road shit, right?
Yeah, and it got hard. It got harder to get out and about, and then it was like, if I want to get dirty looks and have my wife not like me for one thing, is it going to be the podcasting or the golf?
Why? That's funny you bring that up. I wish wives and girlfriends wouldn't listen to the show. My wife doesn't listen to the show anymore. Obviously, by the April Fool's episode, because I would have gotten in trouble for that.
Boy.
But she doesn't listen to it. They don't need to listen to it. We're not proud of what we do.
My argument is always, we could be going to strip clubs or fingering underage prostitutes.
This is about the lamest thing we could choose. I mean, it's cool,
abs.
but it's
you're,
like
you're totally
it's not
right.
like it's some.
That's always my argument. We are
like all the chicks are like, "Oh, you podcast."
yeah. We're nerding it up in front of microphones instead of doing like we could be gambling or shooting up junk in the alleyway. No, we're fucking in front of a take solace in the fact that your husband is a nerd or your boyfriend is a nerd rather than a guy who's sticking his cock in anything.
Right. It's relatively inexpensive.
Yes.
And it doesn't cause us to interact with anybody else except males for the most part.
Exactly.
Hell
So
yeah.
It's not like you.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, guys, high five that shit.
It's not like I'm going to podcast and see my girlfriend, and fuck her during between shows.
yeah.
I mean, that's not happening.
If you
unless
did that
Jason-
on air, I bet you'd get some decent ratings though.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, get
Just
that
saying.
mic right up to the insertion point.
Hey, side note, I saw a thing today and it just made me think of this. It said, would you rather fart loudly every time you come or come loudly every time you fart?
What's a loud cum sound like?
No!
I bet it sounds like this.
I would.
Sounds like whatever a thick rope sounds like.
Thick rope. Some Peter North stuff there.
I wouldn't mind farting every time I came.
Relief.
Because
Double relief.
Because I'm going to be done. It's it's not like it's going to ruin the moment.
That's true.
It's like if I'm farting in the middle of sex and I'm not haven't come yet, she's going to be like,
They might stop, yeah.
or ooh, that stinks. But I come and then I go, pfft, and then they just walk. They get off you. They willingly get off of you, and then you're like, I have to do nothing else.
If nothing else, it speeds up the cleanup
Sure,
process.
right, yeah, exactly.
Thank you for answering my prying question.
Well, the other way was come loud every time you fart. That would just be messy, though.
Like maybe you're at work and it's like you try to let like a silent one go and then you're like, oh.
The answer is definitely fart loud every time you come.
I'm with
That's
you.
definitely
I'm with
the
you.
answer. And especially if you know what's coming, you can get that charcoal underpants or like a charcoal. You get like a charcoal man butt plug.
Those charcoal underpants, and then I think it probably has a fly, like flap fly, and then you can just stick your dick out of that.
Sure.
And that hides your bushy pubes anyway.
And if you're sticking your dick through a charcoal underwear, it turns your dick black, which makes you look like you have a huge black cock too. I want to fart loud every time I come.
Win.
I want.
Hey, MeUndies.com promo code
Come loud.
come loud, come loud, come loudin', right?
That's right. Come loud. Do you miss doing podcasting at all? Did you honestly do?
No, I
Hot
honestly
Blake?
do.
You
I enjoy it. I was excited when I got to be on. I think I'm more of a
Special
I'm probably
guest.
Special guest referee.
I say I'm probably made out better to be like a guest where you come in and you need to do it every so often because it's very exciting. If you start to do it a lot, it starts to feel more like a chore or something you have to do, and it kind of takes away from the
I do it a lot, Blake.
the
Hot
fun
Blake.
of it. Well, I'm not
What are
saying.
you saying about me,
I mean,
Hot Blake?
it just.
I do it every week.
But
What's that say about me, Hot Blake?
I love you.
I do it every week.
What do you do?
I've done it every week for like 6 fucking years.
Tell me about it. Oh yeah.
I'll tell you nice and slow how I
my
do
God. Please don't do that voice ever again.
We'll see what happens. I loved the original incarnation, and future incarnations have been good too. But like, I loved you being on Drunken Lullabies. You're such a contrast to Dustin, and that always
Dustin
makes
just
for a
had to
good show.
rein us in often. And
That's what you need. You need the guy off the rails
Can I tell you something actually about that show?
Is this something we don't know? Is this exclusive?
Well, it's in.
Hold on.
It's not that.
Let's get our exclusive music out real quick. All right.
What is this? This is exclusive.
That's our exclusive. Like every time we're busting out an exclusive, that's the music we play.
I wouldn't really even say it's an exclusive.
All right, let's take that back.
Can
then
you
real
reverse
quick.
that?
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
No, you need to play it until it gets to the chorus.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
What is that?
Can't do it.
Is that Macho Man?
There it is.
I need to listen to this show more.
That's
a lot of good stuff.
That's
That
the
was
not
awesome.
so exclusive music.
Yeah, so we've reversed the exclusive. Now you
Also,
can tell
that
us.
reminded me. I love the Snakes on a Plane intro today with Samuel Jackson. That was great. It's one of his best.
Oh yeah, he's great.
Get these motherfucking snakes off this motherfucking plane. That was great. So anyway, we hired a new coworker at work back in October, and I had a moment. It was like a week ago. I was home or off that day, and he texted me. He's like, I didn't know you had a podcast. And I was like, oh shit. Because
How
I
did you
tried not
find
to
out?
spread that around work a lot. I don't know. I mean, and it's not that I was ashamed of the podcast, but I worked with a lot of very
very
biblical Christian people.
AC, right? It's an AC
And there's
workplace.
some things I know I've said on that were just like, even now listening to him, I'm like, I can't believe I put that in the public domain.
It was fun, right?
But he was like, I'm going to start listening. I'm like, you won't like it.
Yeah.
You don't like craft beer. You won't like that podcast. And
Luckily, everybody that I deal with, for the most part, because I deal with mostly people that are older than me, in life and in work, don't know how to listen. So that's where I get off on it.
You can say whatever you want. No one
Like
hears
at the
a thing.
Moose,
Tune into 89.9 Sunday
like-
at 11.
I'm like, I do a podcast. Oh, it's a podcast. It's like an internet radio show. Oh, I don't know how to work the internet. Great. Then we're going to be friends.
Very
Internet,
good.
what's that?
Just like
Al
the
Gore made that.
classic drunken lullabies. We have a drinking game today in place for this show. Take a drink at home. Get drunk right along with us. If you hear a pop culture reference,
My wife.
if you hear any cursing,
Blood fart.
My cat.
or there's an audible expulsion of gas. Very good. That feels good, doesn't it? Right?
It does.
That feels really good.
Do
Okay.
you also think that maybe the show that you were doing was expensive in the fact that you were spending so much money on craft beer, and like a lot of the beer that you had saved for a long time, you were sharing with people, and your inventory probably got really low quick?
I mean, it does do that, but fortunately for the show, I have a problem, and I spend way too much money on craft beer.
What
But-
better way to do that though? Like the show was really fun in those early days. Just all the random beer, all the random guests. Those,
Totally agree.
what better way to deplete your inventory though?
Here is an exclusive, actually, about
let's
the show.
let's hear that music.
Did you hear? Was that Eli?
Yeah,
What just
That's
happened?
us. Our baggage boy Eli.
he's the former baggage boy. He's fucking hanging around here.
Right, he got fired.
He fired his 12-year-old ass because he's looking at pornography.
It happens.
Ed Hardy happens. All right, what do you got?
So the first year of doing the show, like I was hardcore into beer trading.
Sure.
This is an
Illegally,
exclusive.
right?
You say this is an exclusive?
Technically is illegal. So this is an exclusive because I'm going to drop how much I spent on FEDEX and trading that year. I had the Mint app on my phone, and I shouldn't have done this, but I looked up how much I spent just on FedEx. This is
Oh,
just
my
shipping,
God.
not what I spent on the actual beer.
I can't wait. What is it?
Let's have a guess from you
yes.
first. I mean, before I drop the number.
Was this Price is Right rules?
Yes, Price
Okay.
is Right rules.
And,
yes,
and this
yes,
is
for sure.
1 year, a calendar year.
1 year. Okay, I'm gonna guess $12.50.
I'm going to say $3,000.
I was hoping Blake was going to go like 12.51. But that wouldn't have been as cool. But it was $2,500. I mean, give or take a little.
Jeez.
Yeah, this.
Just
I
on
love
the,
all the sound effects.
Just on the shipping.
Just on the
of beers.
shipping. Yeah, I do not ship very much anymore.
Wow.
It was like, because the bad thing is they're like, oh, you save money. Because I used to go into FedEx and like, I'd go in there, they'd make a label, they'd like put it out, and it was always like scary too. Like, are they going to ask me what's in the box? Blah blah blah. What's
in the box, man?
Yeah, exactly.
Pop culture reference.
And so one time, like,
Dick in a box is what mostly he was shipping.
exactly. And I was in there a few times, and the lady's like, hey, you can just create an account and you save like 10%. And then you don't have to do this every time you come in. And I was
10% of $2,500.
I was like, oh, cool. and I don't even know if it's some minimal amount. So then I just started printing labels.
So it was
at home.
easy to do at home. Yeah.
So I print a label, I tape it on the box, I take it in.
Yeah.
And then like I would just see the charges later. I'm like, why did FedEx just charge me $125? Like, why am I getting like a monthly invoice or something?
God.
Yeah, it was.
So you've dialed it back, but you also like do like whiskey trading, don't you?
Well, a little bit. I get some bourbon, and I try to do more if I do a trade in person. But anymore, I try to just kind of like go to releases when I can. And
Yeah.
It's probably cheaper to travel to these releases than it is to trade and then ship and stuff.
Definitely.
Have you ever in one package? Have you ever got one bourbon, one shot, and one beer?
That was one scotch.
Is it? It is. It is
scotch.
bourbon, one scotch, one beer. Yeah.
I have gotten
Thanks for killing. I killed
bourbon
you.
and beer, and had I been thinking ahead, I would have gotten some scotch in that, but I did
Okay.
not, and
All
I
right.
apologize.
That's all right.
No,
No need to apologize.
Sorry, George Thorogood.
I went to a, I don't know if it was a release, but like.
Aren't you going to say sorry to the destroyers?
Well, I say who did that originally? I was trying to think. It was
It was mainly the Destroyers.
Yeah. No, but before him, it was it's gonna annoy me.
The E Street Band,
like a bluesy type.
The
guy.
Imposters.
I hate you. God.
A while back, I went to UFS with Blake here, Hot Blake.
Oh.
And we went to. It wasn't a release, but it was like what was it? What would you a lottery?
What it is that they get all their super limited bourbon, and instead of like just giving it out to like the people in there that spend a ton of money, or like letting people like secretly get it to other people, or like, hey, we're gonna put it out on the shelf and just someone's randomly gonna buy it.
They sold tickets.
They sell tickets for like $10, and then you get to come in there and you get like a lottery number, and then they just, to make it fair, like all their limited bourbon they get for like the year, because a lot of it releases around the same time.
Yeah.
They just hold it, and then all in once in that night they'll draw numbers. If your number comes up, whatever bourbon is left, like you get to pick a bottle. And
I would say 150 people there. Do you think?
At least, yeah, I would say, yeah.
They had it in the back of UFS. There's this wide open space. They give you a little taster.
Wide open space.
I know where you're going with this,
at
and I like where you're going.
Wide open spaces. Buy for less.
You've been to UFS before, right?
Oh yeah, it's John Lee Hooker, by the way. We should have gotten
Jeez,
John Lee
yeah,
Hooker.
it was killing me.
I feel like an asshole now.
Yeah.
So the back area they completely clear out.
It's called a bud.
And yeah, they clear out the butt. Everyone goes back there with their tickets, and you're waiting for your number to be called so you can go up and pick the beer from what's left on the whiskey list, and you get to purchase that one. They have a man come out with a stepladder, and he opens up the stepladder, and he climbs to the top of the stepladder, and he has like a little PA system that he's got there, a little microphone.
Does he have a turntable?
No turntables.
We couldn't do this without all of you great folks here today. Couldn't do this. Great event.
There's nothing back there. It's all wide open. The only
Nothing.
thing,
Literally nothing.
the
back
only
there.
thing that is back there is a solitary chandelier hanging from the
For
ceiling.
no reason, because I don't even think they sell chandeliers.
There wasn't a chandelier section of the show, the store rather.
one.
One chandelier just hanging from the ceiling, and the man who decides to make all the announcements for the ticket numbers decides to put his stepladder directly behind the chandelier. So he stands up there.
Like,
I have a photo.
Directly. If I can find it quickly, it would be.
I have a photo of it.
Can't see his face or nothing, or body even.
It's ridiculous.
Really. Maybe he has like.
It's in my favorites. I pulled up my photos.
Does he have like stage fright? That's what a fucking idiot.
I'm not joking.
That's funny.
Say you got 150 people there. I would say 85% are viewing this man from behind the chandelier.
Sure.
Why do you choose?
He's like
that
peeping his head out to the side.
It's a 2-foot area.
Move the stepladder 1 foot.
Is it a matter of an extension cord? I guarantee there's an aisle full of them. You know,
For $5.
Why did you choose And we were Blake and I were Blake and I were losing our fucking minds waiting for it because we were talking
Making up all kinds of scenarios.
all kinds of scenarios of why this would happen. Like people looked at us like we're goddamn retards. I think just laughing.
Okay, come on.
No, I'm gonna stop saying retard in 2020.
Okay.
I'm not saying fag or Chinaman anymore this year. All right. Shit, damn it.
I always get you.
But next year I'm cutting out retard. I'm still
Okay.
saying it this year,
All right.
sparingly.
Okay.
But that was the only whiskey lottery I've ever been to, and far and away the best one I've ever been to.
That's cool.
Anyway.
They find creative ways to do that kind of stuff.
They
That's pretty fair, right? It's for the most part, it's fair.
In my opinion, it is a very cool way to do it because it's like, they get so many people that come in there that even if you have, it's like, all these people are great customers. There's no way you're going to hook each person up with some limited bottle.
Right.
So it's like, hey, you know what? Everybody gets a lottery number, and if you're the first one to get drawn, you get first pick, second pick, and so on. And it's just like
it's as fair as possible.
I don't know how you could do it much fairer
Right.
than that.
That's cool.
Yeah. Well, Blake, we're happy to have
I feel
you
like more buttons have been pushed on this thing.
on the mixer from
Yeah,
Karaoke
I feel like all these need to be down. Yeah, see this? You know what? Those fucking guys can't do this show by themselves anymore. All these buttons need to be down.
You have to monitor.
It's too late now. I've already said.
You have to babysit these guys.
How do you know what all those things do? I always see these mixing boards and that. It's like, what?
Hey,
what could
Captain
possibly
Restisher,
happen?
can you take your headphones off real quick?
Sure, just for a second. Okay.
Hot Blake, I gotta tell you.
Yes.
These most of those buttons do absolutely nothing. Okay.
Really?
Yeah. Just let him have it. It's fine. It's fine.
But there are lots of colors.
Oh, he loves colors.
Colors.
Really?
Colors. Colors.
He's a real color file.
That was a great movie with Sean Penn.
Go ahead and put the headphones back
Oh,
on. I'm
sorry.
sorry about that.
Hold on. All right.
Okay.
Just to answer your question, Blake, these are very.
Well, those buttons looks like they do a lot of things, a lot of very important things.
wink, wink.
Yeah, they do a lot of
Wow, I
things.
can tell. They do.
Nobody does a doo-doo like you do.
Do. Oh, would you bring that rotten meat off the plate? That scared me.
Look at that.
This is what we want.
I wasn't expecting that.
This is
Can
what we
everyone
want.
hear that, or can only I hear that?
We can all hear you. Give me some
You need to
serious
get someone
echo.
in here on like mushrooms and then do that to them.
What's that one where it sounds like I'm on a stage?
Let's do this one. Do you happen to have like a sound effect for fire?
Fire.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
No.
Hello?
This is a cathedral.
Where am I? In Notre Dame? It's burnt to the ground!
All right, guys, let's quit fucking around. And see, that's why we have this.
You should do the whole show sometime. Just that effect.
Yeah, you fucking wish.
Speaking of that, can I jump into some fan feedback?
Sure, yeah, hit it.
When you said you should do the whole show like this,
Yeah, we should do the whole show of fan feedback.
no, but
The world's shortest show ever.
Hey,
No.
we got good fans.
there was.
Out with it.
I'm gotta get back to it. I've been very worried about Dee Dee and cyclones, and so I have to go back. But she mentioned the episode where your sister was on.
Oh, Dee Dee did? Okay.
Yeah, I was very concerned about that show coming out because I didn't know how it would be with three people randomly talking at the same time.
You have a sister?
Yeah, I got one.
But
Wow.
she said for like the lifers, it was a fun show, but for like somebody who had never heard the show before, she goes, it probably would have been off-putting, but she goes, she enjoyed it.
Yeah.
You never struck me as the kind of guy
You
who
can
has
listen.
a sister.
You can listen to it twice and like hear two totally different shows.
That was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a great time. Great times.
Okay.
The best of times.
Let's board this plane.
It was the worst of times.
Don't talk about my first two marriages, please.
What the hell? UFS is closed. I was going to call them and ask them if they had chandeliers for sale. They open up
They
at 9.
close at 6.
Oh, shit. They really do.
They do that. I think, I don't know, maybe they just do that
To be
in general.
safe?
But I think they do it because the neighborhood they're in is not exactly
UFS
the kind of neighborhood you want to walk out of at like
9:30, 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And it makes sense because UFS is the only place I've ever seen being robbed before.
You saw.
Wait,
you
you
saw,
were there for a robbery?
Yeah.
Was it everything you'd hoped it would be?
What
were they stealing?
When I think about wanting,
You don't strike me as the kind of guy that witnesses robberies.
Let's call your dumb fucking wife.
Oh boy.
See how you like that.
Did he get your
Would
permission?
she answer? You think?
My wife. Oh, are we really calling her?
Yeah, do you think she'd answer?
This is cool. If so, she won't answer.
Why not?
She's probably chasing our kids around, telling them to get off of things.
Well, that's why we call people up front, because they give us a chance to call back. Good Lord.
You have reached the voicemail box of 30.
Volume's down. It's fine, ladies. Relax. Hey, Ashley Shemansky. This is Jason M. Tosher. I am here with your husband, Blake. What's your middle name?
Robert.
Blake Robert Shemansky. We want to talk to you real quick. We're recording a podcast. You should call me back at the number you see on the phone. I love you. Goodbye. Ah, boy.
She does love Jason. She knows he has a big bulge.
What do you think your batting average is with getting phone call people to answer the phone?
It's going down lately.
You were on a hot streak for a while.
Yeah.
I feel like ever since we called Super Liquors, it's kind of went downhill.
Should we call Super Liquors back?
No, that's been done.
Well, who should we call? What were we talking about earlier? UFS, right? We're talking about UFS.
Yeah, and they're closed.
We're talking about...
With shavings are for real.
We're talking about her shavings are for real?
So you guys have a phone that works on the plane? Like I thought cell service.
We haven't taken off yet. You'll know when we take off.
That's a good point.
What? Who should we call then?
Mike Corcoran, our former coworker.
No, I'm not calling that guy.
Why? He has a fan that needs fixed.
The inside jokes run deep. No, we have to call someone here.
We call Lori Garcia again?
You want to call Lori Garcia?
Yeah.
Let's call Dustin. Let's call
Dustin. That's more appropriate.
That is a good one.
Thank you, me.
Good job.
Thanks.
I think that's the right way to go.
No, he took me 8 tries.
Nobody else took a drink when I farted.
We don't need to call Lori. I want to trash talk Adam's apartment some more here.
He's probably recording one of his 18 podcasts.
He does have
19. He just started another one.
Does he? I know.
There's
Yeah,
a podcast about podcasts.
It's about the mini golf scene in Pekin, Illinois.
This is Dustin Wyckoff. If you were calling for anyone other than me, you have the wrong number. But if you are calling for me, go ahead and leave a message. I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Who we asking for?
He said me 7 times in his message.
Please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Dustin, what are you doing? This is Jason. We were just in Chicago together recording a show. You should call me back.
Push pause on your podcast.
Yeah, push pod on your podcast. And I'm here with Shemansky and also the other Blake Clayton. We love you. Goodbye.
Let's get down to business. We got
to call someone. We have to get a hold of. I'll make one more call.
It's a thing. You obviously haven't listened to it in a while. It's a thing.
He hasn't listened.
Can we call Black Jeff?
I don't think he'd want us to call him.
That's exactly why
How's
I think
he been
we
doing?
should call him.
How's he been doing?
He's dating a lady, a girl I used to work with. All
right.
And her name is TQ. Turquoise. Remember that name? That
Yes.
You always,
I remember that name.
You remember that? You always thought that name was ridiculous, and
I didn't believe that it was.
But Jeff is dating her now. They seem to be doing real well.
Oh, how the world turns.
Does he call her Turquoise?
I think he probably calls her TQ. I don't know. She's a cute girl, and she's real sweet. It's real sweet girl. So, all right, we won't call anyone assholes.
Just take a bunch of take a bunch of vowels and 3 adjectives and put them in a thing and throw it on the. That's what happens.
Today we discussed the pilot episode of ELECTRA Woman and DYNA Girl from the year of our Lord 2000. Had only one great year.
2001. What were you doing, Blake Shemansky? How old were you?
I would have.
That was 18 years ago. You had life to go.
I was 16 years old.
Woo!
So much life ahead of me. I was a sophomore in high school.
How old are you now? 30, what, 4?
Almost. I'll be 34 in November.
Were we at we were at your 30th birthday party at your house?
Yeah, that was when I kept pretending I was gonna pass out, which actually I might have passed out because I was very intoxicated on the snow on my driveway, and Matt Phillips refused to leave. He was getting very scared. He kept starting to leave, and I kept lying back down in the snow, and he did not like it. And
he is a saint, right? He is a saint.
I think Jason or somebody's like you have to go inside because he will not leave if you're here because he's
a very good guy.
He is. He drove me and Jason, a bunch of my friends down. It was like right around Thanksgiving for a beer thing in St. Louis, and we all got drunk. Some much more drunk than others.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
and
For
he-
second or what was it? Side project.
Yeah, and he drove, and he is a saint. He on the way home, I think, wasn't it like snowing or like crappy weather? And then someone in the back seat, instead of like just letting him play music, had like a loud like JBL speaker, just like blaring music. And Matt's just up there, and we get home. He's like,
Yeah.
"Had a great time. Hope I can drive next time you guys go."
That guy's a saint.
Yes,
It was fun.
he
It
is.
was a good time.
He is. He's not human. He's,
Oh, my
he's
gosh.
From
The
heaven above.
last time I podcast with him, he had to drive me home as well.
I can't believe your 30th birthday party was 4 years ago.
Don't remind me.
Jeez.
It's,
You're fucking dead.
So what's the calculation? Do we know how old you were then?
I was 16er.
All right. Jason, how old were you?
20.
Yeah, I was 26 years old.
That's right. That's right. 2001. Doesn't seem that long ago. Remember,
Nope.
it was when a plane crashed in a building.
I'll
Remember
never.
Oh,
I'll
wow,
never
was it?
forget because some kid in my class laughed when we found out.
Jeez.
Like, and I'm like, this is not funny.
that? This is in high school.
This is like
What an asshole.
a thing that happened.
Yikes.
And
He's
I
probably
was like,
probably a multimillionaire right now.
probably.
It's not 2001 now. It's 2019. So we have to go back to 2001 in our minds. And to do so, we talk about things that happened that year. Things such as May 13th, 47th British Academy Television Awards. The Ali G Show wins Best Comedy.
Wow.
You guys ever hear that fucking shit?
No.
I didn't know that. Like, that's awesome that it like got honored.
For the British television. Have you seen the show? The Ali G Show?
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yeah, but you know he had a show on HBO that ran 12 episodes.
I
2
didn't have
seasons.
HBO. I was too poor.
Okay, it's very funny.
I grew up in Sunset Hills.
Oh, I'm so
He
sorry.
he was so poor, but that 1 year we talked about, he spent $36,000 on FedEx shipping.
He was mine.
He was poor in 2001.
Oh, okay. Hey,
Thank you.
Glad you've moved yourself up in the world. Appreciate it.
He moved
Glad-
up
having fun.
trying.
a few tax brackets. Good for you, buddy. May 15th, Fiesta. Single released by R. Kelly featuring Jay-Z and Boo and Gotti. It was the Billboard song
Fiesta,
of the year. Do you guys remember that song?
Yes.
No.
You don't
Yes,
remember that?
definitely.
No.
This is like my prime taking in music years.
So R. Kelly, he's gotten in so
I
much
want
trouble.
to pee on you. Oh. Yep. We're being sued. All right, cut it. We
don't get sued.
R.
right
Kelly's looking for some money right now.
now. Yeah, that's true.
He is hardcore looking for
Would
some
you
money.
let R. Kelly pee on you for money? Blake?
How
How much?
Captain Restaurant?
We both- how much? We were very quick. How much we talking, man?
Well, name a price. Philip Rush.
Where's he gonna pee, on my face or my
Yeah, that's
body or
true.
what?
That
Just my
makes a
chest.
big
Just my
difference.
chest.
He's going to cover your head to toe.
No, from neck down. We'll talk neck down.
Yeah, like what if they got something?
$3 grand.
$3,000 neck
Yeah.
down.
I mean, neck down. It's not gonna take like peas is basically water.
Yeah.
I mean,
Salt.
it's not gonna take
water and salt.
I mean, we're talking neck down. I'll undercut him if that's what it takes.
That's what the scenario is.
Like,
Who
I mean,
will do it for the
$29.99.
least?
I'll give you the special.
3 payments of?
Well, I mean, sure. Yeah, I'm talking 29.99. Like,
Okay. Face.
do I get goggles?
R. Kelly's hard as a rock. He knows.
Is my mouth open or closed?
Hold on, I'm setting up the scenario. He's naked as the day he was born, hard as a fucking rock. He's standing back. He knows the distance and the arc of the piss.
knows the distance.
He knows it for
sure.
On your face, R. Kelly's urination. How much?
Is my mouth open?
No, it doesn't have to be open.
Okay. $7 grand.
$7,000.
I think my number jumps.
You're not gonna undercut him. On
I
this
don't
one.
think I can undercut him there.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna have to go. I don't know. Face pee is like. Does he have any disease? Can you get disease from this? This is where
No,
I
you
need to be
can't- you
doctor.
can't get
no
disease from
disease.
piss.
Urine is sterile, and urine's basically water.
If no disease,
You love it. You love the song.
I'll stick with $29.99.
All right, final question. Mouth open.
Oof.
$1 million.
Yeah.
$1 million.
$1 million. Mouth open's a big. That's a game changer.
It's funny that this is the game that brought me and Blake together, and like we have a common like bond here.
$29.99.
We've thought about getting peed on a lot.
Hey, we're not doing it with our mouth open at R. Kelly.
Hell
Unless it's
no.
$1 million.
Makes
Only
sense.
thing that make my life complete is when I turn your face into a toilet seat.
And you know where I came up with the $7 grand?
I do not.
Okay, what did I spend to redo the basement and do the deck?
I would imagine it's
$29.90. Damn.
$7,000. So I want to break even and pay the back people. I need
Blake,
to
the
pay
place looks great. How did you pay for it all? I had R. Kelly piss all over my body.
Oh, boy.
Hey, people have done worse for a lot less.
May 24th, mountain climbing. 15-year-old Sherpa Temba Tashiri becomes the youngest person to climb to the top of
Have you ever watched the
Mount
biography
Everest?
of him? You ever watched him? The biography about Timba Tashirpa?
No, that's not real. Damn it. Would you guys ever...
So did you think I knew a lot about Sherpas?
Would you...
It's not a type of person. It's an actual person. He's like, I know a lot about shit.
I've investigated it. It's not real. Have you guys ever climbed to the top of a mountain? Even a small mountain?
Yes, actually, in Anchorage, Alaska. It's called Flat Top or Tabletop Mountain. I forget.
Both good restaurants.
It was like... here's the thing, too.
He got a free beer at the bar. When he...
No, we went to breakfast that morning, and I had a beer, ate like this salty breakfast. We didn't take any bottles of water. Our friend that we were with, she's in much better shape than either Ashley or I am. And, you drive up, I think it's 3,300 feet of elevation or something. You drive to 2,000, so it's like, oh, you're going to hike the last 1,000. We end up walking a few miles, and I'm just getting parched. I'm getting an awful headache. I have no water. I'd taken a beer thinking I was going to be cool and drink it.
But it's the oxygen, or the elevation, the oxygen
that,
too?
And just the fact that I ate this big salty breakfast and drank beer, so I'm dehydrated. And it takes us an hour to get up there.
Yeah.
I just have a throbbing headache and a raging clue by the time I get up there. And toward the very end of it too, it gets a little sketch. You're actually kind of climbing. It was a little freaky. And at one point, clouds were coming by, and you had to stop because you were in a cloud and you couldn't see 4 feet from you.
Hold on a
and
second.
I was like, this is sketchy.
Hold on.
I was like, this isn't just some quick after brunch thing. She made it sound like, oh, she's fine. Me and Ashley are
we should have brought cables.
yeah, seriously. Are we gonna rappel down this afterwards?
Did you say you're in a cloud?
I was.
You like a Jesus?
Don't get high on your own supply.
Exactly.
You in
You know what I'm saying?
You were in heaven?
Maybe. I was.
Thank God your dad didn't throw you off a balcony like fucking Eric Clapton.
Good Lord. Interesting. We're back in 2001.
Yeah, 2001. I forgot to do my bit 2 weeks in a row, but it's fine.
What's that?
Huh?
What's the bit?
Band-Aid bit.
Yeah, why do you forget to do that?
Because last week I forgot to even do the In Our Minds, so...
I
I think it's because you rush it and you don't give me the time to do it.
I'm sure
there's a lot of setup involved.
Jason, stop rushing him and give him time to do it.
Oh, did it again.
Hot Blake, do you know why we chose to watch Electra Woman and Dino Girl? There's 3...
Dino? Was this Dino or DYNA?
DYNA.
I thought you said Dino Girl, because I watched the wrong one.
Shut up.
Because I saw no dinosaurs.
Like who blows the horn? DYNA Girl, right? DYNA wants you to blow your horn.
That one went over my head.
Yeah. There's 3 reasons why we watch this. What are they?
They are boobs, right? Ferris wheels.
Okay. All right.
And lasers.
You're pretty close.
Did I get it?
You're pretty close. Let me just tie it together.
That might be it. You want to let that play?
We'll leave it as it lies.
All right. So where can you find the entire episode of Electra Woman and DYNA Girl for your dumb self? Well, you can do so by subscribing to Couch Pilots in SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or your favorite podcast app of choice, and then simply click on one of our classically blue links in our show notes. Or go to YouTube. Hot Blake?
Yeah? What?
Yep.
Flight attendants, prepare for takeoff, please.
We need to get people on here once in a while that listen to the show.
You guys remember that audible expulsion of gas?
Yeah, I've done it twice now.
I swear to God, I listened to the first 2 or 3 seasons, every single episode.
I didn't ask.
And I still download it. I just stopped listening to podcasts for a while.
Well,
I feel terrible about that.
Did
I hear you say it's on Spotify? I thought Spotify was very exclusive at one point.
Hello.
Well, yeah, my bad. Never mind. Obviously.
Hello.
Summary of the pilot. A cheerful young fan attempts to lure a washed-up superheroine out of retirement.
For me, short to the point. You know how I
To
like
the point,
it.
no faking?
Quick to the point, no fucking cooking like pounds bacon.
What?
I think that's. Yep, I checked it. Yeah, those are the words.
I'm gonna give it a B plus. Give it a B plus.
Wait, you're rating the show right now?
No, we're rating the
Oh,
summary.
this. Oh, okay.
There's a handful of ratings.
It has been a while.
I was like, that's not a 1 to 7 scale. What is happening?
Interesting facts.
Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for Captain Black and his interesting facts.
You don't know what hard times are, Daddy.
Electro Woman. Oh, actually, we need to explain a little bit about interesting facts.
Yeah.
Especially since Hot Blake has no fucking idea what's
We have a
going
lot
on.
of fucking rules.
I love them. They're very interesting.
Oh, no. Okay.
They're the most interesting facts.
Just stop right there.
All right.
for a second.
Now you're just fucking with us.
Hey, Hot
What?
Blake. Hey, Hot Blake. Put a cork in it.
Or cool your jets. Pull back on the reins. Interesting facts. This is a segment where Jason scours the internet looking for facts about the show that you may not know, and you probably don't know because you probably didn't know anything about this pilot until you heard us do it. The one thing we ask you is to not discuss these facts and give your opinion on these facts. Accept the facts for the way they are. Don't taint someone else's experience.
Funny.
Hold on.
Taint.
Yeah. And, we always say it, guys. We're going to get T-shirts made eventually. It says, guys, just don't do it.
You ready?
Yep.
All right. Electro Woman and DYNA Girl is a Sid and Marty Krofft a Sid and Marty Krofft live-action science fiction children's television series from 1976. The series aired 16 episodes in a single season as part of the umbrella series The Krofft Super Show. During the second season, it was dropped along with Dr. Shrinker. I don't know what that's about, right?
That's my ex-wife's name.
Nice. Very good.
Well played.
When later syndicated in the package Krofft Superstars and released on home video, the 16 segments, which were about 12 minutes long apiece, were combined into 8 episodes. Fact.
Wow, that was a fact.
That's Jack. That's
Can't comment on it.
Fact.
The WB Network commissioned a pilot for a new version of the show in 2000 Ad 1, starring Marky Post as Electro Woman and Ann Stedman as DYNA Girl. Fact.
It's a fact. I don't know who those people are.
Fact.
Marky Post is from Night Court.
Oh, I thought Marky Post was from the New Kids on the Block.
You wish.
Was it the girl?
No, that's Posty Malone.
Are you talking about the girl lawyer?
Yeah.
Okay. Her name was what?
Her name in real life is Marky Post.
No.
Would you fuck a girl named Marky?
Sure.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Because it sounds like a dude's name.
Absolutely. That's the only reason I do it.
Oh, hey, you want an update?
Hold on. Interesting facts. Pause.
Interesting facts. Pause. You want an update?
Hold on. Let's play the interesting fact. Pause music.
Okay.
Is that music?
Okay. So, little update. On the text chain the other day,
Yeah.
I talked about a problem I was having with my internet.
Okay.
You remember what that was? I was going to xhamster.com, and the only thing that was coming up was Shemail stuff, and I could not for the life of me. Even when I cleared the browser and I would write xhamster.com in it, it would come up as Shemail stuff.
Hell yeah.
I couldn't.
That's got to be like a bug on your phone.
No, I figured out what it was, and I'll show you.
You figured it out.
I no, because it was bothering me. I was like, this is not right.
Boy, I'd love to know what you came up with.
All right. And see, it still does that too. God damn. Okay, so you go to xhamster.com.
Yeah.
And if you go all the way down to the bottom, there is a little, a boy and a girl sign, and then there's one with the 3 prongs.
And how in
so
the hell did you get the 3 prongs?
And it's because of the last time instead of pushing the next page, I must have pushed that one, and that's what did it. So I fixed it.
And then he finished after he pushed that one.
Well, no.
And he never changed it. He
with
finished on a Shemail video.
No, I think what it was I was trying to go to the
dark
next
moment.
I was trying to go to the next page, and I heard Molly come home, so I just got out of it all the way. But I thought I pushed that, so everything's fine. I'm watching. I'm back to straight porn.
Oh, boring.
Got the job done in a fix, I suppose.
And interesting facts continue.
Can you play the continue music?
Yes.
Sure.
Welcome to Mad Libs.
Okay.
That makes it funnier.
The new series was written in the form of a cynical parody of the original show and the superhero genre in general.
Fact.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I bow to you and I honor you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
The pilot omits the character of Frank Heflin, but includes an in-joke reference to Norman Alden, who portrayed him in the original.
Fact.
Okay, yeah.
It's close. I mean, he's
You know what?
he's trying to get around it.
I respect him like playing the loopholes.
Yeah.
You
I don't know what you're talking about.
You can say fact all day, but he's doing it with an accent and such a like he's got an attitude saying
Sure.
it's fine. I'm fine
that,
with it.
That was clearly a fact that you just read. So
I'm totally fine with
fact.
that. The university's alumni function is attended by Aquaman, whose character voice Alden had provided on the Super Friends animated series.
Fact.
Yeah.
They're serving halibut in the lunchroom.
They're serving halibut. On February 26, 2015, it was announced via various media outlets that YouTube personalities Grace Helbig and Hannah Hart would star in a reboot of this series.
Wait, when was this?
2015.
Okay.
The series, produced by Tim Carter and Thomas Harlan, through their contradiction shingle. I'm not sure what that is.
It's a real painful thing to get old people get.
Oh
Sounds like
yeah,
it's in the
yeah,
shins.
That's right. If you don't get chickenpox, you might get contradiction shingle.
Do you guys both had chickenpox?
Oh
right?
yeah,
Okay.
I think
Mine are very mild.
Because my mom won't let me hang out with you guys unless you have.
Oh, I had them.
it was directed by Chris Mars Piello and shot in Vancouver during February and March of 2015.
Wait, so like you can watch that somewhere?
That exists.
Is it just fact?
On April 26, 2016, Electra Woman and Dyna Girl was digitally released by Full Screen through its streaming platform as a series of 8 11-minute webisodes. It was released on all major platforms on June 7th, 2016 by Legendary Digital Studios and Sony Pictures Home Entertainment. A DVD version was released in late July 2016 through Sony Pictures Home Entertainment.
Oh, it's a fact.
I have a question.
I call on you, Captain
I have a
Philip
question.
Escher.
Did Stanley have anything to do with this?
Clearly.
No, this is a Sid and Marty Krofft
Okay, thank you.
original.
I just want to make sure. I want to make sure because
Wow. I would have sworn he did.
well, I have a Stanley negative bump.
He's got an aversion.
Who doesn't? Have you seen the guy?
Finally,
I've seen better.
in the
dead.
2001 pilot, Judy mentions that Laurie's arch nemesis Glitter Rock is out on parole.
Forgot about that.
Glitter Rock was a prominent villain in the original series.
Glitter Rock.
And here they flash a magazine article.
Yeah, I was gonna say there was an article like on like a Star magazine.
with a photo of producer Sid Croft dressed as the character.
Okay, all right, that's a fact.
Fact.
Sorry,
Interesting facts over.
woo. Sorry, I kind of walked with you on that one,
I walk,
like you were Elias.
I walk with
We
him.
held hands.
Twitter responses.
Twitter responses, Twitter responses. It's doubtful Jason got some Twitter responses.
He's right.
Your voice is beautiful.
Shut up. This is our commercial for our sponsor.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
I know I should drink milk, because it'll help me grow up big and strong. Milk's got stuff that's good for my bones and stuff that's good for my muscles. And I guess that's okay, but I'm more interested in having fun. That's what makes milk so neat. You can drink a lot of it, and it tastes cool, so it can be a real pick-me-up. Milk, it does the body good.
Did he say milk is good for your boning muscle? That's what I heard.
Please, come on, that's our sponsor for tonight. Thank you, Milk, for sponsoring this evening's show. Hey, Milk, just drink it.
Yeah,
right.
Just drink it.
You guys,
and when you're drinking it, make sure you look at the side of the box and see if there's a little kid that.
I do love milk.
I hate milk.
Do you you guys remember those milk commercials where it was like it was a young boy or a young girl standing in front
And there
of
was a man touching. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's not what I was going to say.
That's our
Philip
Kelly
Rest
video.
Show.
You're thinking of the our with the.
Thinking of my childhood.
They were standing in front of like
boy.
a large gray curtain, and they would like kind of almost peer into the future. Like if they kept drinking milk, they would become this bigger and badder, stronger person.
I don't remember that.
And they'd have like the opposite sex come out and find it more attractive. You guys don't remember those commercials?
No.
You don't remember that either?
The most like memorable one to me is just the Aaron Burr that like everybody remembers.
What's that?
The Got Milk. Remember, it was like the first one.
Aaron Burr, who shot Alexander Hamilton?
Remember? He goes there. It's like a trivia thing. You don't remember this? I feel like it was like the Super Bowl or something. The guy's eating like a peanut butter sandwich.
How long ago was this?
And then it's like the radio, and they're like, and call in, or maybe they call him. I forget, but it's like, you know, and he's on the phone. He's like, Aaron Burr. But he didn't have any milk to wash his mouth out with. So you guys don't remember that? I thought that was like...
I'm a Hamilton guy, not a Burr guy.
Yeah, I get it.
This is from 93.
Are you watching that commercial?
Yeah.
That's a great commercial.
Yeah. And that was the Vienna Wood Dance in D, one of my all-time favorites. And now let's make that random call with today's $10,000 question.
This one?
It's a tough one. Yep. Who shot Alexander Hamilton in that famous duel? All right, let's go to the phones and see who's out there. Hello? Hello, for $10,000. Who shot... Excuse me? Hold on, let me get some milk. No! I'm afraid your time is almost up. I'm sorry, maybe next time. Got milk.
Pardon me, are you Aaron Burr, sir?
That's a classic.
It depends. Who's asking? Who are you, sir?
What an odd way to say you should always have milk handy, right?
In case you ever want to win a contest.
Hey, it's stuck with me.
It did.
Since 1993.
You know who that guy is in the commercial? He's eating a peanut butter sandwich, and it appears
it's John Hamm.
It is absolutely not.
Yeah, it's John Hamm.
You ever see those commercials with Flo from the Progressive?
Yeah.
And you know that weird dude that hangs out with her sometimes, that nerdy guy? It's him. That's the guy from that commercial.
Yeah, John Hamm. Thank you for reaffirming what I said.
Blake, I see you did not come. Blake, you didn't come with any notes for today.
It's all in my head.
Well, you didn't have to watch an hour and a half of them like I did before this.
I literally watched it within hours.
Blake, we watch pilots.
That's how I knew Aquaman was upset about the halibut.
We watch pilots that have been 2.5 minutes. We watch pilots.
2.5?
Yeah. I think the Buffy the Vampire Slayer cartoon was about 2.5 minutes.
How can it be 2.5? Like, what can they possibly get that's enough for some executive to be like, that's what I want.
You should subscribe and listen, and what you can find out.
How long was the 2.5 minute show?
It's same as all the other shows. We stretch out the content. But here's the thing, Blake. Some of these shows are 90 minutes long, but no matter how long these pilots are, we only talk about them for 10 minutes.
That's a new rule that you probably don't know about. We only have 10 minutes.
That's a new rule?
Yeah, because otherwise we would drone on.
Well, it's an old rule, but it's a new rule to you.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like this rule.
Well, it's a rule.
I used to enjoy a lot of analysis. You guys would get deep with some of your.
There are people there are people that like the stretched out. There are people that like the
right.
It's kind of like there's people who like to have slaves and people who don't.
I'm not sure why you'd use that analogy, but that's fine.
Okay. All right. Well.
All right. So
fuck me, right?
You said it. Hey,
how much? I mean,
3,000 from the neck down.
$29.99.
You really are an undercutting son of a bitch. Electra Woman and DYNA Girl from 2001. Let's break down the pilot in 10 minutes, and we're going to do that starting right now.
Alrighty. There's a cool song for the intro, right? It's like a cool...
I always appreciate when they get
I told
extra
Jason
distance.
I couldn't get over the intro. It
was cool.
A fan. It was like stuck in my head.
And there's a little girl, and she's at a theme park, because that's where all little girls are. And then you go to... and all of a sudden, Electra Woman is the Saves Us girl out of nowhere. The girl's at the top of the Ferris wheel. Mm-hmm. They're at a carnival, and all of a sudden, Electra Woman shows up.
All of this red-hot action happens during the theme song.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's during the theme song.
She saves the chain that's breaking by shooting it with a laser, which somehow apparently fixes the chain.
Well, what it was
melting.
It was braided.
Okay.
And so she shot it with a laser to melt it together so it didn't come apart.
I guess so too. I thought the same as you, Hot Blake.
I didn't. I thought she's melting it together.
So you fast forward, and apparently the girl is probably 18 to 21 years old, I would imagine, because she's in college.
At UCLA.
They creepily panned from her, 10-year-old face to, her college age face.
And then I was
she's looking.
Meta Milk World Bone, yay.
And she's prepping for homecoming, right?
Yeah. And
it's
it's
like the homecoming parade or festival.
Yeah, her name's Judy Pope.
But what's going on here? Because
ironic, right?
I don't understand what's exactly happening. It's like people are checking in for
a convention.
No, it's homecoming
convention.
It's homecoming. It's like the homecoming dance, or some of the festivities. You have to check in when you first get there, so you get your.
Is it though? Because she leaves in like multiple days, I feel like, or at least a day or so transpire.
And they're still checking.
And then they're like still like homecoming.
So
like,
is Aquaman an alumni of UCLA?
That's what they're saying. But before Aquaman, we say boobs, right? Because the dude that's checking people in,
he's a product of the time. He's a frosted hair looking. He looks like he's from what that
Backstreet Boys guy that Alan Bass.
Together.
Adam Bass.
Do you remember Together? The MTV.
No. Everyone had frosted.
Do you remember MTV's Together? It was the boy band that they created. They had a made-for-TV movie. And
I think vaguely, but
he looks like he came from that.
I was already getting pussy by the time you guys started watching this show, whatever show you're talking about. That's why I didn't watch it. So Judy had invited Electra Woman to the UCLA homecoming because supposedly she had went there, I'm assuming, and she didn't show up. So she, like you said, she flies out to a different part of California. And
how does she know where she is? She
sent her the invite. She sent her the invite. Returned. But my favorite thing about this is like she's so excited to see Electra Woman or whatever. Like when is Electra Woman here? Electra? No, they returned her invite. And she's like, oh. So the next thing you know, she's at like that trailer park to get her. But when she goes in, she's like, "Where's Electra Woman? Where is she?"
She's so excited about this woman.
You're her number one fan. She literally looks the exact same.
She expected her to be now.
She's not wearing the outfit.
Right.
That's the whole difference.
Right. So they're in a classic looking like Streamliner trailer is what she's in.
Yeah.
And yeah, she bursts in, and the place belongs to Lori, and Lori is Electra Woman.
Right. But the trailer's there's dishes. It's trash. She's like.
There's like memorabilia. There's like cardboard cutouts of her as Electra Woman,
right.
And then the DYNA girl.
The old DYNA girl, right. Yeah. Why?
There's a vibrator reference.
Yeah, she's like, my husband left me and he took my favorite vibrator.
Right.
Why does Electra Woman, while in action, not wear a mask? That's what I want to know. Why is she not protecting her identity?
Because she's pretty.
Because apparently
just
they
like
don't
Wonder Woman.
know their identity.
It's just like Wonder Woman. You're not gonna cover that face up. Right?
I guess. So something's going on there.
Cover her face with cum, am I right?
Jesus Christ.
No spoilers, but remember, at a certain point later, that someone becomes DYNA Girl, and they're like, no one knows who you are.
Yeah.
Because her hair, I think, was in pigtails instead of straight. Like,
where no one knows your name.
They don't wear masks.
So while they're talking, and she's basically finds out she's white trash, and she's trying to light a cigarette. She can't even light a cigarette.
She says you smell like cigarettes, and was it macaroni?
Yeah, I think so.
It's macaroni.
The Streamliner is towed away to the point where...
It makes me so mad because I long for the day that I can get a Streamliner.
It's never going to happen.
I know. It's never going to happen because I can't afford it, but...
You could do it.
I would love to have one.
I think you could do it. Like just a shoddy one. They can't be more than...
No, I don't want a shoddy one. I want one that when I drive by, people go, whoa, what?
Yeah, but you make it not shoddy. What you do is you get one for like $3,000, then you have R. Kelly pee on your face. You get at least $7,000.
That's true.
And then fix it up.
Yeah. You know what?
Just saying.
That's a good business plan.
I'm not a genius.
Well, now Judy and Lori are now at lunch, and Wonder Woman.
Hold on. Are we going to neglect how they came out of the Streamliner? Because that was the most ridiculous part to me. I don't know if you guys remember this, but it starts to get towed away. And you would think if it starts moving while you're in it, you would just like fall down or go to the back. They both fall out. They shoot out the back window of the Streamliner.
Hot Blake,
which is where the bed is supposed to be.
It's just like, what? How did they shoot out of the window?
I would venture to say that the entire pilot is very ridiculous.
Well, I'm sorry. That really got me that they shot out the back window.
Well, when they're at lunch together, she starts saying how Wonder Woman had better tits than her. This is the point where it's like, oh, they're really going for it.
Yeah,
sure.
This is a Sid and Marty Krofft thing. They brought you H&R Puff and stuff. All these horrible, I'm high on fucking acid in the 1970s kids shows. But now we're taking it to the next level. This is a hard PG-13.
Sure. Flash makes an appearance. Flash makes an appearance, and then they start discussing the Ferris wheel, and Electra Woman starts to remember who she is.
Yeah.
Who she is.
Yeah,
I
Judy
remember
says,
you. Your parents were a mess, but you were so brave.
Judy says, "Hey, Lori, why don't you fly out to UCLA with me tomorrow?" And then this is where Lori says, "The old DYNA girl took my ex-husband, and she's probably still blowing him."
Yeah, that was great.
What?
The DYNA girl was blowing my.
Lord.
Yeah,
Yet she still had that cardboard cutout of DYNA girl.
Well, then she burned
in
them.
her, but then she shot at the laser.
Right, like
more laser.
She didn't. She
never upset her.
Yeah,
before
it never
until
upset her
that
before
moment.
until then, and then she decided to do it. So then they go to. I couldn't tell if they were a hotel or a dorm room or what.
Yeah,
I think it was a hotel.
It was a
They had
hotel.
mini bar.
And so Judy knows how Electra Woman is, obviously, by now. So she takes all the mini
Bottles
bar
out of the mini fridge, yeah.
and puts them in a safe, like a heart shaped safe.
I didn't know what there was, like an air vent.
I think
like
it was
an air duct in the
I
wall.
think it was an air vent.
And somehow Electra Woman instantly
Smelled it. She smelled. She was like.
She goes and looks at the fridge. Nope, no bottles here. Must be in that air duct.
Well, she comes out of the
Obviously.
bathroom. She comes out of the bathroom and she's like in her towel. And then she goes to the booth. She sniffs it out. And then she's drunk and passed out. And then Judy comes out of the shower.
Oh yeah. And then
What I don't understand is how did she go from like sober to passed out drunk in the amount of time it took her to take a shower? Like she must have been taking these bottles.
Hell yeah.
But you don't see multiple bottles empty all over. You see
the one in her
tiny
hand.
mini bottle in her hand. Like,
They only have
that's
about,
what did it.
They only have about 12 minutes, so they got to hurry up her drunkenness. Judy wakes her up the next morning and said, "Hey, I booked you a gig," and she's dressed up as Dino Girl.
Yeah. So they're like,
and
all
she
right.
has boobs.
Yeah, though there's
both
boobs
of
for
them.
days.
Both of them get boobs for days.
So like the gig's at like a pawn shop or something. So
Not a jewelry store. Let's not.
Is it a jewelry store?
Yeah, it's not. No, it says
I thought
jewelry.
there was
I
a.
think it was a pawn shop because the one guy at one point says, "Go for the guns."
And I thought there was like a guitar hanging around the back.
There was.
Anyway,
it gets smashed.
Judy's like, "Hey, this leotard is creeping into my
secret parts." Yeah, trust me.
I love it when a girl
That
says
was
secret
like
parts.
the weirdest thing.
The pawn shop is then robbed for their guns, and Judy's like, "Hey, Lori, hey, Electra Woman, you got to take care of this."
Right.
And so she's like, "All right, I'll do it." And
She's like mad about it. She's like, ugh, you know.
And
Like,
this place is like tiny. Like they're clearly having a conversation. These guys robbing the place would have heard. Like she's like, "Are you gonna do something?" No, and like
one
she's
of the
trying to
guys,
leave. Like, "Oh, I guess."
they've got like these high-powered machine guns and like assault rifles
and frosted tips.
I was just gonna say, going back to his frosted. Even the Asian dude has like bright blonde, like frosted. Yeah.
Electra Woman's like, "Hey guys, you picked the wrong place to rob." And he's like, "Hey lady, I've got the gun." And she says, "I've had bigger things rammed up my." And then she's interrupted. This is a dirty pilot.
Sure.
Yeah.
This is a very dirty pilot.
Yeah.
Anyway, a fight ensues, and Judy kicks a guy right in the beanbag. The security guard tries to help, and then the ladies, they really kind of kick ass.
Yeah, and when Electra's like laser beam doesn't work, doesn't she say "motherfucker"?
Yeah, I caught that too.
Yeah,
I
she
think
said
did, 'cause I was like,
"motherfucker."
what?
I don't think so.
No.
Motherfucker. Yeah, I think she.
Because I remember thinking, like, what network?
no,
was
she
this
said
on
motherfucker.
Where
No,
they say
No, she didn't.
motherfucker.
She said mother father. She said mother father.
Jason.
Go back and listen to
Jason.
it. She
All
said
right.
mother father.
You say potato, I say motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, the local police and the newspapers, the reporters, they show up outside, and then it cuts to after all the interviews and aftermath. I think it's just to save money. And
Right,
make it
sure.
So the reporters are all gone, and then they're strolling down the street. And then back at school, Judy reveals that she is DYNA Girl.
Oh,
the dweeb.
wow.
And that's 10 minutes.
Well, can I get 1 minute? Can I get 1
Are you
minute?
legit? I was gonna jokingly ask about
No,
the
it
timer
is a timer. It is a rule. We
I
can't-
really don't want to give you that minute. You
it's
want
fine.
it?
No.
Give me one sentence. Give me one good sentence.
Porn shower. Electra in the shower with two guys.
Please remain seated as we are now crossing a zone of
This is a dirty fucking pilot. 15 minutes. It's only 15
Yeah.
minutes. That's very consumable. Hot Blake, while you text your wife, who's probably berating
She just
you for
texted
being
me,
here.
and I'm asking why she didn't answer the call.
Tell her to call. Seriously, tell her to call
I'll
us.
tell her right now.
Yeah, I want to talk to her. Why don't you think this pilot worked, Hot Blake?
It was like one of those where it's like they're trying too hard. Kind of like there was some of the gratuitous stuff, but they were trying a little too hard. I mean, I could kind of see it working out if it was like a satire of superhero. It
Yeah.
almost seemed like maybe too over the top dirty and like
There is such a thing as trying too hard.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I kind of did appreciate what they were trying to do with it, but it was just like, and even like when she comes out of the shower with like football guys, it's like they were really just pushing this whole. Yeah, this lady likes to drink and fuck.
She was jerking off 2 dudes in the shower.
Yeah.
Did you tell her to call us?
I did.
Tell her to call me.
Oh, let me.
Yeah.
Oh, she was giving the kids baths.
I don't care about
excuse.
that. Yeah, I don't care about that. Captain Philip Restisher, what would you do to improve this?
Oh man, to improve. I'm trying to think of where it's going to be placed. Did we talk about that in the interesting facts, like network wise?
Well, it was WB,
which was predominantly African American shows, right?
I wouldn't say so.
Did they have that one show? The dad was like a pastor and
Seventh Heaven.
And is that How did you come up with that?
Seventh Heaven.
That was a wildly popular.
Yeah, it was very popular and
did they have
very
that
very
One
wrong.
Tree Hill, is that them or something? I don't remember.
They
I
could have
never
been.
watched any of these.
Well, back in the day, you had the WB and you had like the UPN or something, and those two combined to become the CW.
I think CW. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
So the CW usually has slightly more racy, looking for a younger audience kind of thing. I don't even think this would fit there. I think this is maybe a late night Comedy Central.
Exactly. I would say Adult Swim. That is the exact thing that this would have been.
If it goes to Adult Swim, it's got to get a little bit more weird.
That's true.
Slightly darker.
Comedy Central.
I think they were getting there with what is it, Glitter Guy or Glitter
Rock?
Glitter Rock.
Glitter Guy.
I think Glitter Rock. When I saw that, I was like, I want to see where this is going. That made me want to see another episode.
I think in the days of like what's that show, like Drawn Together and Crank Yankers, fucking bullshit like that. This show in 2001's, I agree, it fits on Comedy Central in the early aughts. This could work like 11 p.m. rolls around. You throw on this show.
Yep.
Well, if it goes forward, rest assured, what do you think?
Where do I see this going?
Sure.
I would love watching Electra Woman be just a fucking degenerate, and Dino Girl is trying to keep her out of trouble.
Yeah.
And still solve and fight crime.
I agree.
Here's some things I did like about it because I didn't get a chance to talk about it.
Please.
First, booby bump. Second of all, they crammed a lot in these 15 minutes. Like I have to look down. You type and watch the same. I had to look down. I couldn't keep up. It was, if they would have had the full 22 minutes, they maybe wouldn't have had to rush as much. But I liked that it just it kept going.
Yeah, they didn't stop. There could have been a lot more filler here.
Sure, and I loved the washed up superhero angle. If you've noticed, we've been talking for over an hour.
Like that.
Yeah, we've been talking over for an hour, and I have not said the N word.
The N word?
Nerds. Most superhero ones, I say nerds. Whew. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
I don't
Jason.
know.
Obviously, nerd.
Well,
I liked that it wasn't full of itself. It wasn't the normal stuffy superhero kind of thing. It was cool. I dug it. It reminded me of Deadpool for teenagers in the early 2000s.
It is like a sarcastic take on superheroes. For
yeah,
sure.
I will say I know you guys have watched some terrible ones. It wasn't like this.
Oh, I've never seen a pilot I didn't like.
Ever?
Ever?
Ladies and gentlemen, as we start our descent, please make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position.
And as we begin our final descent...
Oh, my ears are popping!
Yeah, choose some bubble gum. There you go. We talk about what other people think of this pilot. We're not the only ones. This isn't new ground. We're not breaking and discovering new worlds here. People know about this show, and they've seen it. IMDb, from 77 ratings from people from around the world. What do you think folks have rated this? Hot Blake? A scale of 1 to 10, the 10th decimal point in play.
5.7.
Okay. Captain Restisher? Very good.
I think the comic book nerds out there know about this, and the edgy ones are like, oh, I'm going to talk all about this. Last week I was pretty far off. I'm going to say a 7.2.
You asshole.
Why am I an asshole? Last week I said a 7, right?
Yeah.
I said a 7 last week. 7.2.
Captain Philip Restisher is, he's got a hell of a poker face, but he is a grade A cheater. That is a 7.2 from 77 ratings.
I'm a cheater because I guessed right for once.
You know what?
I've been wrong 57.
If I told you exactly what it was, you'd be doing a backflip celebrating that you got it right. But you haven't done that. You've revealed yourself to me.
I'm more mature now than I used to be.
Absolutely. You're getting worse, if anything else. Critic reviews. Jane Anders from Gizmodo.com.
Gizmodo?
Jizz?
Is that real? Hold on.
Fucking wrong!
How do you spell Gizmodo.com? Spell it for me.
J-I-Z-Z.
No. I want to hear it from him because he's looked it up. What is it?
Gizmodo.
Gizmodo.com.
The non-stop sex jokes are sort of endearing, but the overall tone is sort of nauseating, self-mocking after a while. And they use the needle scratch sound effect not once, but twice. On the plus side, the song playing during the fight scene is a super catchy song. In any case, this might have improved
that's their takeaway.
if the
super catchy fight scene song.
I don't like that record scratch twice, but I love
that fight scene song. Oh man, keeps you coming back for more.
It made me want to jizz my dome.
In any case, this might have improved if it had turned into an actual pilot. This looks like a short pitch pilot along the lines of the unaired Buffy pilot. Probably not much. This actually makes the David E. Kelly Wonder Woman pilot look slightly less unforgivable. Slightly. We saw that with Big E. Remember that?
Yeah.
The Wonder Woman pilot?
Wonder Woman. Oh, that's the one where she was the CEO of the cosmetic place.
Yeah. CapedChampion.com says, it's pretty funny and pokes fun at all the things I love. I would totally watch this, and I think if they made this today, it might have been picked up. It's way too... Whoops. It's way too short, though. I want more hiccup.
They want more hiccup?
When you dick up?
I think I've got the hiccups now.
Oh, Jesus. We can't finish the show.
Those are burps.
Oh, shit. No, I've got hiccups. This is not good. Jax Motes from ScienceFiction.com says, but as an oddity, it's certainly worth checking out this brief clip. It's only about 15 minutes long, and like I said, Aquaman and The Flash put in cameos. Maybe had the show been picked up, the other DC stars would have appeared as well, but as it stands... It comes across as maybe a super version of Absolutely Fabulous. You guys know that show?
Nope.
It's the British show about those gay ladies.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Yep, that one.
Long running, Absolutely Fabulous.
They have big hair, right? They have big haur.
Yeah, Chris Tuckley knows what I'm talking about.
One of them had boobs. I remember that.
All women have boobs.
Prove it.
Ladies and gentlemen.
All women have boobs!
Local time is 11.
Baggage voices. Woo!
Degrees. For your safety and comfort, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the captains turn off the fasten seatbelt sign.
Oh, boy. Now we rate it. We've done everything. We've done it all. We even had audible expulsions of gas, right?
Yeah. I drank 6 times because of it.
Blake, do you remember our rating scale?
1 to 7, duh.
Mm-hmm. And where's that taken from?
Wings, duh.
Based
Wings
on
characters.
Based on the Wings. That's
exactly. Can you name all 7 Wings characters?
Oh my god.
Yes, I can.
You know what? I would.
All right.
I'm scared. I was gonna say I would full on blow them, but I'm not gonna do that because I'm scared now. I'd fondle your sack if you can name them all.
Number 7.
You asked if I could.
Just name. You don't have to name.
Didn't say May.
Yeah. Just name the characters that we use. You don't have to use the numbers.
Lol.
You're well. I'll give you that.
No, don't give him that.
Well, I want to hold his bones. Keep going. That's literally the only one that we don't use anymore. Because the guy who replaced him contacted.
It would have been so much better, like the build up, if you would have done that one last.
Wait, someone contacted the show from Wings?
Yeah. The guy who played Bud Bronsky, he replaced Lowell Mather on the show, and he gave us this huge email about his time on the pilot called Puchinsky.
We'll let it slide. That's a technicality.
Yeah, technicality. No down, boo over. Go ahead.
I forget all the other. Tony Shalhoub.
Okay, that's one. Antonio Scarpacci, right?
Yeah. Fat boss guy.
Roy Biggins.
Yeah, I can't remember. I used to watch the show.
It was a good show, wasn't it?
Yeah, I actually did like it.
It was good.
Mean Lady.
Oh, yeah!
All right, you're done. Roy Biggins is the worst score you can get. That's a number 1.
I know that.
Number 7 is the best score you can get. It's played by actor Steven Weber. The character's name is Brian Hackett.
Yes, I should have known that.
Hot Blake, I turn to you first. How do you rate
I'm
Electra
not going
Woman?
first.
Shut up.
No, you have to. You're a guest.
You're the
you
guest.
have to go first.
You're the guest.
I'm not going first.
Well, then we're just going to sit here because
this is just a standard.
That's the standard.
That's fine. I've got all fucking day. You have to go home to a dumb family.
All right, you're right. You're right. So
All
let
right.
the music play about an hour. Drink some beers.
Oh yeah, that's the whole thing. Now he's like, I'll just sit here and drink beer and not give my rating. Come on,
No,
Mike.
I'm stuck right now between a 4 and a 5.
Well, then you give us. If you throw a 4 and a 5, your point is a 9.
My score's a 9 then? You have to add them? If I'm between them, I have to add them
That
and
was a
make it a
rap
9?
thing. Don't worry about it. You hit a 4 and just.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
Last night I came in at 2 with a 10, but at 10 I woke up with a 2.
Yeah. It's
See, because some of these are so... You almost got to rate them in terms of...
Fucking rate it already!
If it's bad, but I could see it getting better. So, it's just... This is the hardest decision.
Just rate the fucking podcast!
All week, and I don't want my... I don't want my wife to be upset with me. My kids are going to judge me when they listen to this. I just know I'm going to hear about it for weeks, maybe months.
I've got important things to do!
So I'm just so scared to commit, but I think I'm going to go... I'm going to use Blake's boob bump, and that gets me to do the 5. So I am going to go with a 5.
Okay, 5.
I'm not going to say a solid 5, but it's a 5.
Great. 5 it is. Captain Philip, rest assured, I turn to you. How do you rate Electra Woman and also DYNA Girl?
Is it DYNA?
Like the one who blows the one.
She's part Triceratops.
Put your fucking phone away and answer the question.
Sorry, he got an alert about the new she-male porn video.
The first one wasn't that bad.
Yeah, go through your notes. What do
I've got a booby bump, right?
Great.
I'm giving it a 6.
Whoa!
I enjoyed this. It was short. It was action-packed. There was beautiful girls. I could see where this would go. I called it.
What were your favorite boobs, though? Were they the boobs at the beginning? The very first boobs?
What were your favorite boobs? Yeah.
I mean...
All boobs are good boobs.
But the name tag guy boobs? Would those be top boobs?
Yeah, they were set-up boobs, yep.
Yeah. I'm with you. Uh-oh. Oh, God. Oh, my.
I'm stuck. Okay, my base rating is a 5. But I want to give it a boob bump. Like there's all around like sexuality.
Your base is a 5. You started a 5.
I started.
Maybe I was overly critical.
Base is a 5.
No, you said 5, right?
You said between a 4 and a 5, and you said with the boob, but you said 5.
Yeah, so I'm
gonna stick with a 5. I liked it too. This was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. It was for a person that hates fucking superhero shit. We watched so much of it. This was a relief to see the other side of it.
Even the new Batmans, even those you didn't like with Christian Bale.
Oh, I don't watch superhero movies. No,
I'm not a big superhero movie guy.
I'm
but
just
the
talking
newer
about
Batmans.
I'm just
good.
talking about superhero pilots that I've watched. I don't even watch the movies.
Yeah.
I don't.
Where does this hatred stem
Somebody
from?
told me that there was an Avengers 2 coming out, and I was like, "Who the fuck cares?"
It's like a 4th one, I think.
The 4th Avengers.
Oh well, I don't know, but I have no interest. I've never
Where
seen
did the
first...
hatred come from, though? Where did this stem from?
Oh God.
Did you like camp out to watch one a long time ago and you got denied tickets?
No, I don't watch any movie. Blake, to be honest,
Any movie ever.
He's seen.
I've seen all
even
the
Robin Hood.
I've seen all the Twilight movies.
Yeah, he's seen those.
I saw the new Motley Crue.
Wait, is that a
biopic.
joke about Twilight? You don't.
No,
that's like vampire superhero.
It's not superheroes. It's vampires. There's a difference.
Superhero don't suck blood.
I saw Caddyshack.
Blade.
Morbius.
Caddyshack's awesome.
No.
What about Big Lebowski?
The only reason I haven't seen it because it's the only one I want to see it.
Fuck.
But I borrowed it from Dustin, and it was the Blu-ray, and I didn't know that until I got home. I don't have a Blu-ray player.
What year is this? Are we still in 2001? The year this podcast was made?
Caddyshack sucks.
Aren't those like?
Second of all,
whoa!
Caddyshack.
I'm not saying
Caddyshack is probably like top 10 movies ever.
It's not. It sucks. Bill Murray's the only good part, and he's not great in it.
I hate you right now.
Animal House is better than
Caddyshack.
I have not seen Animal House.
Otis, my man.
Okay.
It doesn't matter what I've seen.
I can't believe you.
I give it a 6. I win.
You give it a 6. Hot Blake.
Wait,
gives
that's how
it a
this
5.
works. I
Shut
give it
up.
an 8.
I give it a 5. And with that, we close the book on Electra Woman and Dyna Girl, and we will never speak of that show again.
Ever.
But join us next time, won't you please, when we watch the pilot episode of Beans of Boston.
Oh, my God.
Here's a little something to wet your whistle. To keep from being fired by his father, Franklin Bean has a bright idea for a theme week for the men's and ladies' wear department of Beans of Boston department store.
Is that BEAN?
Apostrophe S, you bet your life. You can find the entire episode of Beans of Boston by subscribing to Couch Pilots and SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or your favorite podcast app of choice, and then simply click on one of our classically blue links in our show. Sorry. Go to YouTube. Hot Blake?
Can I ask a question?
Please.
What would happen if I come on a future episode and I discuss Electra Woman and Dyna Girl?
Well, we did say we're closing the book on it, never to speak of it again. I would assume you'd be ostracized?
You'd be like D.B. Walker and thrown out?
D.B. Cooper.
Oh, yeah. No, his brother, D.B. Walker. You never heard about that story?
His brother who had the different last name?
Yeah. You never heard that story?
No, please enlighten me.
Okay, so D.B. Walker...
Go ahead.
All right, so he was a famous porn star in 1983.
Yeah.
Okay? He won a lot of the adult video awards, right?
Yeah.
And he was flying back to Vancouver.
Yep.
All right, with his award.
Okay.
He jumped out of the plane with his award, and nobody found him ever again.
Right, yeah.
What?
Yeah, I remember that.
No way.
Yeah.
I've never lied to either one of you two.
No, I believe you. That happened.
Boy, I love that story was real.
Yeah, I don't want to get DB Walkered, so I won't do that.
Go to couchpilotspodcast.com. Our email, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, it's all there. Do you do anything with the Instagram anymore?
I don't.
I love Instagram.
I wish I had. No, we can't get rid of it.
Why not?
Because you can't get it back. You get rid.
I'm gonna go check that Instagram right now.
We used to do a lot of show art.
Do you do anything with Facebook?
We post every time we post an episode, and I communicate with the people when they reply to it. So.
All right, that's fine. We should
It's not as easy as you think.
I didn't say it was easy.
It's pretty.
This social media may have been rough.
910 Pilots 1.
Yes.
Should we leave ourselves a message for the next show right now?
I think to me, like I've thought about that, but to me, if you leave yourself a message,
all right,
it's like the bottom of the barrel, right? If you're
it's pathetic.
Yeah, if your fans won't call into dial a number that we've said almost 190 times.
Right.
910 Pilot Fun.
Pilots 1.
Yeah, 910 Pilot Fun. That's what you said. Call 910-PILOT-FUN.
Szymanski's babies are going to be the kids that we're paying for with our taxes. You know that?
What?
Yep.
What?
910-745-6871. Call us anytime. I would say in the middle of the night.
That doesn't spell Pilot Fun. That look. I'm sorry, Jason. 910 Pilots 1.
Oh, you got it now, huh?
Sorry, that look you just gave me was like the
I'm
not mad, I'm disappointed look.
I get that all the time. I've had it like 185 times.
He's good at that look.
I reserve it exclusively for Blake's.
I believe
That's the Blake's look.
I believe it.
Patreon.com is a real website, and if you go there and type in Couch Pilots in the search engine, we'll come up, and then you can give us money, and we will take that money.
What's the most money someone's given you?
$100 at once.
What happens if I give you more than $100?
Then we'll blow you away with our content.
Well, you... Okay.
Me what? Say
I already donated before you finish that sentence.
Well, then joke's on you.
Could you please send it back?
Absolutely not. It's a one-way transfer.
I guess I got to call R. Kelly for another loan.
Peep. Oh, boy. Hot Blake, thank you so much for making time to do this. You were here at the inception of the network we had started, and you were around for a little over a year, I'd say, for Drunken Lullabies, and we never had you on the show. It is an honor to have you today. Thank you for being here.
I can't wait for my obviously incoming next invite.
Would you go back and do a Drunken Lullabies if Dustin asked you?
Yeah, I want to. I feel bad. He's actually asked me a few times. It's been harder, and it's usually more of a time investment than this.
Why?
We should do one over here.
Well, I think
do like a shorter one.
We've done Drunken Lullabies in here before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the other thing that got hard too. Like after we had Hudson and I had a baby at home, I'd be gone for like 3 hours.
You have Hudson and Foster, which are it's a river and beer, respectively.
That's exactly why we named them. We were like, we want to name our kids after a river and a beer.
Australian, blah.
Yeah, that's.
How are your dumb kids? Are they doing all right?
They're just really dumb.
God, they gotta be dumb as a fucking box of rocks, right?
Hit their heads off stuff. They drool a lot.
That Hudson's a nut, isn't he?
He has more energy than any child should ever have. God hates me.
Now, Blake, I've been a father for over 21 years.
Oh boy!
And
Can I call you daddy?
It's not worth those 2 times of sex, is it? It's really not. Is it?
I don't know.
How, Blake? You've only had sex twice?
No, I'm just saying the 2 times he had children, is not worth all of the sex. It's not. You know what? I'll talk to you when they're both 18, and then we'll have a conversation then.
Just saying, daddy like you.
Captain Philip, rest assured, do you have a message of that was a pretty negative thing you just said about children. Do you have anything positive you want to say?
Sure, it's May. We're in May.
Remember when Backstreet Boys said, or the NSYNC said that?
It's gonna be May.
Summer's here. Open that pool.
Summer's queer, right? Summer's here. It's queer.
Why do you always have to bring it back to that?
Well, I'm pro gay rights.
Oh,
remember Gay Rights Bill?
Gay Rights Bill is the coolest guy
from New York City.
I think that should be our next T-shirt. I really do. No, I'm just saying.
I actually got a message out to Gay Rights Bill to come on the show.
I'm just saying. It's time to let loose, have fun this summer.
Yeah,
enjoy yourself.
Watch some shemale porn. Why not?
Give the people what they want.
Oh, I like boobs. I like cock. Well, I want to see them at the same time.
I want to see them.
Boom.
I want to see those things on one person.
Yeah. Let's pan down on this shot. And what have we got there?
And pan up immediately.
Wow.
Philip Rescher, thank you so much for your message.
Hey, thank you for being here.
And other Blake, hot Blake as it were, thank you for being here once again. It was a real treat to have you sit in tonight.
It really was.
It was fun.
It was fun. And this pilot may have been rough, but it's always a smooth flight here on Couch Pilots. Thank you so much, everyone. Yeah, see you next time.
Can't do it. Couch Pilots and the entire crew, we'd like to thank you for joining us on this trip, and we are looking forward to seeing you on board again in the near future. Have a nice day.